Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Car Mechanics Simulator 2018. We are continuing on exactly from where we left off. We currently have 5 jobs in the garage. They're a mixture of just ordinary bog standard normal jobs and experience orders. And we are going to get stuck into this one. We're not going to bother checking the phone because we have a full garage. So let's take a gander at this bad boy and see what we have to do. Find and fix any running gear problems. And there's a significant list. So I think we're going to see if we can put it onto the test path, which we can. And we'll see what we can identify. I'm suspecting suspension problems. So we're checking front brakes here first, as expected. Both front brakes left and right are in really good condition. Rear brakes, both left and right, are in really good condition as well. Rear left is a little bit worse. It's probably the worst out of the 4 actually. It is. But anyway, now we're moving on to the front suspension, which surprisingly is actually in really good condition. Both 90% left and right. So now we're working on the rear suspension, and haha, we have found the culprit. Rear right is in really bad condition. Okay, so let's move this bad boy back to lifter A, and we'll get her up on the first stage of the lift as always. And there's not really much need to pop the hood, but we'll just take a gander at the engine, take a look at the ABS module and pump, which seem to be fine. Okay, so now we're going to lift her up to the top level, and this was the wheel that had the problems, so let's get this wheel off and we'll take a gander. Right, yeah, really bad. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to mark off everything that we have discovered thus far, making it easier to see what we have to work at. And there's still quite a few items that have to be discovered. Okay. Excuse me. We'll get the caliper off first, then the brake pads, then the brake disc. We'll get the drive axle out. We'll get the bearing out. Next is the wheel hub. Excuse me, I have something caught in my throat, and it's really bothering me. Alright, let's get this rubber bushing out. Then we'll get this suspension arm off. Now we'll get this suspension arm B off. That shock can come out. And next we'll get this spring cap, or shock absorber cap, then the spring cap, and then the suspension arm A. And next is the upper suspension arm, followed by the end link. And I think if we take out this rubber bushing next, then we can get the knuckle off. We can. Okay, now we have to take off this wheel so that we can get at the end link and then the suspension arm, or the sway arm, sway bar. Jesus. Does anything else look like it needs work there? Not really. Okay, so let's see what we can recondition. I don't expect there to be a huge list, but there will be a few items, as yeah, it does appear to be. Okay, now I do not know if we have any knuckles, so we're going to see if we can put one in first. We don't. Alright, rear axle knuckle housing A. So housing A should get it for us. Rear axle knuckle housing A. We'll buy 3 of those so we have some spares. And let's get to work. Start putting her back together. Okay. So I think we have most of the items in stores. And of course, as soon as I say that, the first item is not in stores. But that's alright. Suspension arm B, followed by rubber bushings. And then let's try the shock. We do have a shock absorber. Upper suspension arm, we have that along with rubber bushings. Okay, sway bar B. Yeah, I didn't think we had one of those. Okay, so sway bar B, spring cap, and rear suspension arm. Let's see if we can remember that. Sway. Rear sway bar B. We'll pick up 3 of those. Let's pick up a couple of end links as well. Arm. Oh no, that won't do it. Rear sus. Alright, I think we need some of those. Here we are. Pick up 5 of those. Spring cap. We'll pick up 5 of those as well to have some spares. And I think that's it for now. Okay, don't forget the rubber bushing. And do we have a wheel hub? We don't, damn it. I'll have to go back out again for that. Okay. Now spring we definitely have, I know that. And shock absorber cap, we have one of those. Sway bar B, we have that now. The end link can go in. Right, we're looking good. So just rear wheel hub. So if we do a search for wheel hub, that should return it for us. Rear wheel hub, and we'll pick up 5 of those just to have spares. And you know what, I think we'll pick up like 3 bearings as well, just in case, because we use those quite often. Alright, now the bearing, followed by the drive axle, followed by the brake disc, followed by brake pads. So I guess we'll put second-hand ones in, and a reconditioned caliper. Alright, now the wheel can go back on. And we should be able to go over the far side now and get in that end link. I just spotted that there. Let's see, do we have a second-hand one? We do. So we'll put the one that came out back into it, and then we'll put the wheel back on. Let's see how we are looking in terms of what's done and what's not done. It's looking pretty good so far. Alright, so just one item that has yet to be done, and it's a rubber bushing. Right, okay, so we just have to find where the hell is the rubber bush. There it is, I see it. Okay, so we'll remove that one. And we'll put in a brand new one, like so. And that's this job complete, I think. Alright. All done. Excellent. So we spent 1,260 on parts, and we're getting 2,200 back in payout. Not too bad at all. Okay, how long did that take us? Less than 10 minutes. Very good. Let's take a look at this one. Cara's loud. All right. So we're going to play musical chairs with them now. We'll move that one into lifter A. This one into lifter B. We'll move this one into lifter C. And we'll move this one into garage entrance A. And we'll get this up on the first stage of the lift, because it's Cara's loud, so it's most likely manifolds, exhaust, mufflers, that kind of stuff. Alright, manifolds look fine there, so it is going to be exhaust and mufflers. So we get her up on the top stage, and catalytic converter, middle muffler, rear muffler Mustang. I need to remember that. I do not have those in stores. I probably don't have catalytic converters. I do have middle mufflers, so we'll get those in. Right. Cata would get catalytic converters, and we'll pick up 8 of them. All right, now rear muffler. Mustang, wasn't it? So where would that be? Rear muffler. I'm not seeing it. Oh wait, here we are. Here we are. There we are. Mustang. Alright, we'll pick up 4 of them. Just to have 2 spare. Okay, so catalytic converters can go in. Now the rear muffler Mustang can go in. And I would say that's that job completed. Is excellent. We are flying through the jobs here now because we're picking really quick and easy ones to get really fast XP. Okay, so we spent just over $1,000 on parts and we're getting 1,600 back in payout. So there's that one done. Now we'll move this one to lifter A. Move this one to lifter B. We'll move this one to lifter C. And we'll quickly check the phone to see if we have any more experience orders. Now doing accelerating. We'll pick up that one because that's an easy one. And there's an experience order. Excellent. Okay. So what do we have to do here? Grinding and shaking from gearbox, transmission is noisy, and general gearbox control and repair. Okay, so this is going to be gearbox, release bearing, pressure plate, clutch plate, flywheel, that kind of stuff. So the first thing we need to check is the starter, which comes off here in the engine bay. So now we can lift her up to the top level and we can get underneath her. And we'll start off by taking off the drive shaft. Okay, now we'll move on to the gearbox. Crap, I didn't take note of what sort of gearbox that was. Gearbox I4 rewind. Gearbox I4 rewind. I have these silly little ways of remembering things. I would imagine we have all the other items that are needed, like flywheel, clutch plate, all that sort of stuff. So there's the flywheel, here's the clutch plate, last one actually. Here's the... Ooh, we don't have a pressure plate. Okay. Can we recondition anything? The starter and the drive shaft. Okay. So... let's go for clutch. And we'll pick up 6 clutch plates. We'll pick up 5 pressure plates. We'll pick up 5 release bearings. We'll pick up 4 flywheels, and we want gearbox. Gearbox I4, wasn't it? Gearbox I4 rewind. Where the hell are you? There's I6s. Should be up here further then. Oh, there's an I4. There's an I4. Here we are. There it is. Let's pick up 2 of them. Just in case. For future orders. Right. So we'll get the pressure plate on. Next we'll get the release bearing on, followed by the gearbox. Followed by the drive shaft. Okay, and that just leaves the starter. My god, I've actually remembered the starter. What the hell is going on? I need to play the lotto. So we'll get the starter back on, and that'll be this order done. Excellent. Alright, another one bites the dust. So we spent 2,900 on parts, and we're getting just over 8 grand back in payout. Cha-ching. Right, so we're playing musical chairs again. So we'll move everything over one place. one goes into lifter C, this one goes into garage entrance A. And now we'll take a look. How are we doing on time? 15 minutes. Alright, so let's take a gander at this one. Ooh, engine oil. There's a lot of stuff there. Alright, let's check this one. This one might be a easier, quicker order. Brake system needs fixing. Loud when accelerating. Apparel, gearbox. Right, okay. Let's work on this one. So we're going to move into the test path, since it said there was some brake problems, and we'll see if we can identify those, and we'll try and get this done within 5 minutes. Okay, so first up is the front brakes, and left look below average, right is in poor condition. Rear brakes on the left are about average condition, and on the right are below average, poor as well, really. So it's the right side that needs the majority of the work. Suspension up front, left and right are in above average condition, and suspension down the back is in above average condition as well. Alright, so brake caliper, brake pads. So we were able to identify those items. So now let's move this car back to lifter B, and we'll get her up on the lift. And once she's up, we'll pop the hood, and let's mark off what has to be done. Right, and right. Okay, so I think we can just put her up on the highest level. And oh crap, the gearbox. No, here, look, I better do this now. The starter, since we're working on the gearbox. Oh, the starter comes off on the typical. Time wasted there. Okay, so this wheel needs work. Caliper, brake pads, brake disc. So I think we have these items in store, so we can just put all brand new back on. Brand new or reconditioned in terms of the caliper anyway. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, inner and outer tie rods are fine. Now, it looks like the caliper on this side actually needs work as well, even though it didn't come up. Well, right. Brake pads, yeah, they need work. So we'll put new ones on. New caliper. Well, we're running low on calipers. Okay, that's that done. Looks like we need new pads down here. So we'll do those very quickly. And why not put a new caliper on, because we can recondition the old one anyway. Okay, and it looks like there's a bit of work over here on this wheel as well. Ah, yes. So caliper, I'm guessing brake pads. No, brake pads are fine, and the brake disc. So we'll put all new on, second-hand pads, and a reconditioned caliper. And the wheel back on. Okay, now let's move on to the exhaust. So rear muffler V8, exhaust pipe, middle muffler, catalytic converter. Wait a minute. Exhaust pipe V8, that looks like it needs redoing as well. Now I doubt I have that, but I do have the catalytic converters and the middle muffler. Do I have the exhaust pipe though? I do. I doubt I have the rear muffler. I don't. Rear muffler V8. I need to remember that. And front exhaust pipe V8. I have one. Hey. Right, let's move on to the gearbox. We'll come back to the exhaust or the muffler once we get the gearbox done. So starter is next. Gearbox V8. And sure enough, it looks like clutch plate, pressure plate, release bearing and flywheel all need to be replaced. All of which we have plenty in stores. Just the gearbox now, I doubt. Yeah, we don't. Okay, so gearbox V8. Let's see what we can recondition, if any. We can do a few bits, but not the gearbox. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll go into the store, and it's a gearbox V8. It's around here somewhere. There it is there. Let's buy 2 of them. And we need a rear muffler. Rear muffler V8. There it is there. We'll buy like 5 of them to have some spares. Oh, I need a front exhaust pipe. Front exhaust pipe V8, wasn't it? And we'll buy like 3 of those, because we don't need those very often. Alright, there's the rear muffler. Let's move on to the gearbox, I suppose. Okay, oh, I already have a front exhaust pipe. Of course, I forgot about that. Maybe I'll hang on to that one. So we'll take that one off, and we'll put this one on. I think that's everything. All done there, all done there, and all done there. Excellent. Job complete. Right, so we can drop her down. How long did that take us? 23 minutes for all those orders. That's not bad going. Excuse me. Alright, and I think I haven't forgotten anything. So we spent 3,600 on parts and we're getting 7,700 back in payout. Not too shabby at all. Excellent. Right, let's move everything over one spot. So that one goes into lifter B. This one goes into lifter C. We'll check the phone. See if we have any handy, easy orders. Brake system needs fixing. Cars, yeah, we'll pick up that one. That's an easy one. Any experience orders? Nope. Okay, we're good. Right, we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. And my name is Winters, and I'll see you next time. So until then, take care.